Welcome to On the Chain.
So Moon Lambo, Matt over at the Moon Lambo channel talked about this I-Remit. Pile on, everyone pile on, I-Remit, who is a Ripple partner. And this is what we've seen, a couple new amicus briefs. We had the Digital Chamber of Commerce, and there was no objection in the Digital Chamber of Commerce amicus brief because it didn't really side with anybody. It was just kind of generic. So of course the SEC didn't object to it. But here we have I-Remit, who's a Ripple partner, and they recently expanded their use of on-demand liquidity, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency. And they're also, boom, they're present in the lawsuit. And Matt says there's no way the SEC anticipated this much pushback before suing Ripple and attacking XRP holders. But this community does not lay down. It does not roll over. It fights, okay? You mess with the wrong people. There's a couple people in the world you don't mess with, Jeff, and I can count them on 3 fingers and a thumb, 2 fingers and a thumb. Farmers, truckers, and the XRP community. That's pretty much it, man. We do not roll over. John Deaton said, Matt makes the point that no way did the SEC fully anticipate the level of pushback it would get by filing against Ripple and XRP holders. But the absolute truth is they didn't anticipate or consider any pushback at all because the lawsuit itself was the weapon. And this is one of my favorite tweets of John Deaton in a long time. It has to go into the On the Chain Hall of Fame tweet section. The lawsuit is the security. An investment, time and money, into a common enterprise, a founder and investors working with a regulator with an expectation of profit, delay in suppressing growth equals time equals profits, relying on the efforts of others, the SEC enforcement lawyers, dragging it out. What are your thoughts on that, Jeff?
That's exactly right. I mean, right from day one, I think the SEC is dragging it out. It's an interesting situation that we're finding ourselves in right now. Also, so is the lawsuit, the security? What is going on with the SEC? How, so here's the big question, and I think you might even bring it up later in one of your tweets. But imagine if Ripple or a private citizen, let's call it the private company in this case, or Garland House, they would have said to the court, we're not going to present the documents. We're just not going to do it. And so here we have the SEC is doing exactly that. Everything they do is a delay tactic, but at the same time, they've undermined the court multiple times throughout this whole process. And man, it's been kind of a crazy outcome to watch, to get to the point now where the judges are siding and saying, you know what, SEC, you have to deliver the documents. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who's an attorney, and I was asking him, and I said, in this situation, how is it that the SEC attorneys can keep getting away with it? But he said that the judge can actually censure the attorney themselves, and they can face punitive fines. So if the attorney keeps undermining the court or not listening to the court, then they personally can be fined. Now in this situation, I don't know that we've seen anything like that happen yet, but man, it just seems like everything that the SEC has done to date from the moment of filing has been nothing but a delay.
Yeah, it's incredible. Look at Chris Peel says that he's hello from him and his daughter Pixie. They're playing silly Scribbler and listening to OTC. Hey, nice. Two of the best things going on. A little bit something for Dad and a little bit something for Pixie. So that's perfect. And there's so much stuff to go through. It's kind of.
I just want to, you probably have this one pulled up, but I think, the timing. So we're talking about, I-Remit, they want to file, they want to get involved. They're pissed. Everyone's pissed, at how the SEC has really undermined the marketplace and the things that they've said about XRP, without, with the lack of utility, et cetera, et cetera. But, here's another one from John Deaton, TapJets. So here's another one, an example demonstrating that XRP and crypto are here to stay. XRP allows to pay for instant travel. Think Uber for private jets. It also validates Ripple's business model. TapJet is disrupting the private air industry like Ripple is doing to the banking industry. And James Filan was saying, TapJet's a private jet charter company requests to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple. TapJet accepts XRP in exchange for its services. For TapJet, the acceptance of XRP as payment for services is vital. So here we are, Chip, another company that has been undermined by the SEC action.
Well, and yeah, spot on. And here's another tweet on that same thread you just read, which is large private jet companies require their customers to deposit large sums of money into a jet card account, just like a bank uses Nostro and Vostro accounts. The use of XRP eliminates the pre-funding, freeing up that money for use elsewhere. XRP and crypto here to stay. So it's really demonstrating, what you were talking about, Jeff, is like a really solid use case. And the use case has nothing to do really outside of this is what their business model is based on. Their business model is based on the use of XRP, but it has nothing to do with Ripple, right? So that they're like its use case here is a currency. Just
exactly, and easy streamlining of payments, from their customer base, and this is really great. If we're looking and people say, well, there's no real use case, and what are people actually doing in the space? You start looking at what a company can do that is completely unique, and utilize the crypto space from a payment perspective. I think we're really seeing some big changes here in the marketplace. So I'm glad that we're seeing I-Remit step up to the table. I'm glad that we're seeing TapJet step up to the table. I think we're in it. We've sat here we're in it to win it. That's exactly what. So that's what I was gonna. But we've been in this now for what, 2 years? So 2 years in, and the companies are coming to the forefront. The ones that have been undermined. I like this. I really do like the outcome here. And they're putting the pressure on the SEC at this point. And it's going to be interesting going into the next couple months.
Yeah. And what else is interesting too is the judge in the library case, it's been delayed. And so we have John Deaton weighing in on that a little bit later too. But it's interesting to see where these are big cases. Like there's a lot of ramifications of what happens here. I want to throw this up because Wrath of Khan also weighed in on it. He says, wow, this I-Remit brief is good stuff. They make clear there's no expectations of profit from the Ripple agreement, that XRP price is irrelevant to their use, and they have no time for the SEC's arguments. And the other point they make in there is that their business will be irrecoverably, what's the word, Jeff? Irrecoverably will be harmed. I can't even say the word, Jeff, but what the heck's the name of the word? But anyway, their business will be damaged. And you can't say it either because I don't see you.
I'm not even going to try to say.
I don't even see you. Irrecoverably. What people are going to?
You've ruined it. You've ruined it now.
Destroyed it. You're like, how is that
the rest of the word? Irrevocably? No, that's
irrevocably. Yeah, what's the word? I don't know, man. But anyway, bottom line is that they talk about their business being damaged, and hurt, and so then this is more fallout from what the SEC and their system of enforcement, which is just absolutely just silliness and ridiculous.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.